The value van. Well, here's where I'm at now. I welded this patch in and it warped on me. I kind of knew it would because I couldn't undo the rivets without the whole frame underneath dropping on me and warping that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of the welding down here. Right here, I'm gonna probably rivet a hinge on there, and that's gonna be a lid, a cover. Then I'm gonna have a shelf underneath here, so I can put tire tools and external things that I don't want to have to carry in and out, tire stuff, whatever I need for changing tires. I got a combo wrench for the lug nuts and everything. Then I'm gonna do this part here. That'll be that'll be the next welding, and then the hinge. And I need to order some more of this fender stuff. Like I said, I kind of knew this was gonna warp. I just didn't know how bad. And in the past, what I've had to do in situations like this is I've had to use a torch on the opposite side where the bulge is. It's bulging right here out. Of course, that's because it shrunk on me, and everything being so tight kind of caused that. So what I'll do is on the inside, I'll heat the opposite side and let it pull back in. Maybe have some on the outside, but doing this by yourself is kind of hard and kind of dangerous. So anyway, you can kind of see it did kind of pull the side in, but I've fixed worse than this. I mean, I've had trailers where I've had to do this kind of stuff with. And sometimes, if you have access to the backside while you're welding, you can go ahead and hammer the welds, while they're still hot and soft, and then that kind of help get rid of some of that distortion. It's plastic deformation is what they call it. Anyways, so that's what I'm at with that. I still was thinking about cutting that out and then putting an access door right here where I can build a pocket on the inside and maybe access electrical from the outside and the inside. I haven't decided yet. I really don't need that hole. I just had to get rid of that rust. That was the biggest thing, and to prevent it from happening again. Anyways, so GMC 3500, kind of the same thing as the P30. And I had to put this foil along the windshield. It's a brand new windshield, but it leaked. And they put it in when it was cold. You can see the ripples up on the top right there. And that's, they told me that, just bring it by or whatever. They guarantee it for life, no leaks or nothing. So I'll just have them fix that. Anyways, on the inside here, I got kind of a mess up here in the console. I don't know if I showed you, I already got the seatbelt kind of attached. I'm going to wire in a tachometer for that. I have a coil switch so I can troubleshoot stuff with the ignition on, but not mess up my points and condenser. It's one of the things that runs that is when you leave the ignition on. And here, let me turn around here so you can kind of see the scope of it. That's the back cargo area, 14 foot deep from the bulk all the way down to the end of the door. And here's the patch on the inside I did. Kind of had to do this way. I put channel in. It just got to a point to where I'm going to cover all this up anyways with walls. So it didn't really matter, that I had to replace everything. Because once I put in insulation and start doing some cross boards where I can actually put some stuff up, I wouldn't even see this. That's what I thought. Maybe I can go ahead and re-support all this and then build like a little pocket inside here for access. Even water spigot power, shore hookup, whatever. Just something, to get rid of some of that warpage. If I don't have to weld anything, if I could just rivet in a frame work right there and seal it, it's actually better. I won't have to worry about the distortion. Once I take this back out, I'll be all right. But I had to do this to get all this stuff done because the way it's tied in underneath. But this whole section, I've still got some spots here I got to redo over here. There's a few other spots right there. Some of the stuff you can see, it's been welded in before. They actually cut that out and then they welded a patch over. So a lot of these holes, see how that's perfectly straight? It was already there for something else, and then they just let it rot away. They didn't really care, when they did this. That's probably just thin rust from the doors leaking up here. But not a big deal. I welded this section in here too. None of this had to be sealed up against the wall. I put some primer, that's supposed to convert rust and everything also. And I used standard welding wire, and then I run out of welding wire, and I had a flux core, so I had to use flux core. That's why you see the BBs. It was kind of hard on that rust, but I tied in what needed to be tied in underneath. This is a 10 gauge plate, basically 1/8 inch. I still got the sections underneath here I got to do. It's 2 big sections. But I'm just going to drop them in. I'm going to tack weld them. There's no reason to weld the whole thing out. I don't need any more warpage. When I started looking underneath the floor, it's not such a big deal. You can see where they have seams right here. And they got the same things over here. You can't see that because that plate's white. See right there. This actually, all you got is tubing underneath. And you can use anything, square tubing, whatever. Probably would have been better to use square tubing and then cap the ends, because water got into the channel that was already there. It's like a U channel, and it causes it to rust out. So square tubing with the ends capped probably would have been better off, and just run them all the way across. And they put the plate on top, and then all the walls, they're just bolted down to the plate. So the plate, actually, I could cut it and remove that whole section of plate, but I have to remove the channel too. And the walls are all held up with what's riveted underneath. That's kind of what we're running into over here. I couldn't really disturb the rivets, not at this point, not until I got further along into this. This rubber foam, that's the next thing I gotta do. After I'm done with the outside, I gotta peel up this rubber foam. I don't know what it's gonna look like underneath there. That's pretty thick stuff, you can see. Anyways, who knows, it's probably rust. I kind of peeled some of it, and I kind of see it's scaly, you know, rust, but I don't think, you know, from looking underneath and poking my screwdriver up into it, it's not that bad. It's just, I'll probably have to use the rust converter in here. But I'm getting there. Slow progress. I had to take a little quick vacation for a week to deal with some stuff here on this Stepvan and family stuff and everything else. So been pretty busy. But I just want to give another update on progress. So all I got left on the outside is that hinge, excuse me, which is going to be right underneath there, and a pocket door. And I want to be able to access that. And then I need to weld where this hinge is right here. They kind of buckled it, however they caused it to break. They bumped into something, probably loading dock or who knows what. But anyways, once I straighten that back out, then I'll be able to put new seals on here, seal that up. And I don't know, I never really covered it on the other videos. My pocket door here, I fixed my handle. It was going this way, and it was because of the wrong handle. But this one here, I did it. You look on this here, pull one way, the back one does. And then that. Anyways, new lock. I kind of had to paint over. I'm not done with the outside thing. I just tried it for now. But that is where I'm at. I can't believe I burned through all those days of vacation tinkering with this and doing everything else. And it's already time to go back to work. It's Sunday right now, which is Father's Day. Man, what a crazy week. Anyways, I'm going to keep plugging away on it, and hopefully as soon as I'm done with the outside, I'll finish painting. And then I got to finish some more on the inside. It's what I really need is a week off with nobody around to bother me, so I can just keep plugging away on it. It's just kind of hard to do when I got other people relying on me to do stuff on other things. I had to replace a bunch of outlets in our house, light switches and everything else. That took almost a whole day doing that kind of stuff. So I had some wiring up in the attic for a bathroom fan I had to fix up that wasn't the code. I had to kind of get it back going the way it's supposed to be wired up. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching. If you watch this far, sorry there's not much more to report. Thanks.